Hello Starbearers, this is GeoStar7 and welcome to what is the start of a brand new reaction series here on my channel. Well, it is and it isn't, I'll get to that in a moment. But yes, today we are going to be looking at Turnabout Theatre Episode 1, the very first video in the Elements of Justice series. So, for those of you who don't know, Elements of Justice is a fan-made animated series featuring the characters from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, teaming up with the Ace Attorney video game characters in order to solve murder cases around Equestria. It's actually a sequel to a similar project made in the early 2010s by Neo Artemis. It was called Turnabout Storm. So in that story, Phoenix Wright was summoned to Equestria by Twilight Sparkle in order to help Rainbow Dash because she'd been accused of murdering an athlete who she was competing against, and she needed someone to defend her in court, and that just so happened to be Phoenix Wright when she summoned him. The story featured plot twists, pop culture references, dozens of cameos from well-known ponies in the show. It even featured some original characters that were completely exclusive to the project. But above all else, the story was a perfect blend of comedy and courtroom drama, which the Ace Attorney franchise is well known for. And it was just an amazing project. In fact, at the time it was released, many people agreed that that Turnabout Storm was one of the best non-official crossovers that had ever been made with either sets of characters, whether with Friendship is Magic or with Ace Attorney. Since then, many have tried and failed to create a sequel to it, something that would be a worthy successor to it. Now, there have been some that have come close, like the My Little Investigation series, but unfortunately even that one ended up being cancelled due to creative differences, I think. But then came a content creator named TheAlJavis. Now, TheAlJavis, like many of us, was a huge fan of Turnabout Storm. In fact, he was so inspired by it that he made it his mission in life to create a sequel. Something that would be just like the original in both quality and length, and hopefully also be as much of a success. Like, he didn't want to do anything cheap, anything quick and easy. Like, he wanted to make something that was the same quality as Turnabout Storm, or possibly even better. So in 2014, he got his hands on all of the computer software that he needed. He contacted some people who agreed to be his voice actors, and he officially set to work on creating his passion project. However, that was when the gravity of the situation suddenly dawned on him. Keep in mind, other than those voice actors, TheAlJavis was working on this project entirely alone, which means not only did he have to do all of the writing by himself, but he also had to create character vectors, backgrounds, other animations, music, sound effects, and just do hundreds upon thousands of edits in order to bring it all together as the final piece. And it's not like he had all the spare time in the world, mind you. He was actually still a young man, not long out of high school, and he was dealing with all sorts of personal things in his personal life, which ultimately delayed his working on the series. However, if that all wasn't bad enough, at the end of 2016, something unthinkable happened. His computer's hardware ended up getting completely fried, which caused him to lose years of work, including all of his assets to Elements of Justice. Now, true, he was able to recreate most of them over time, but by that point, after all the time he'd been working on it already, in between, whenever he could, by that point he was just burned out, he was frustrated with the losses, and just completely demotivated. And after another 2 years with barely any progress, it was starting to look like Elements of Justice would never see the light of day. But then came 2019, and that's when TheAlJavis made a promise to himself. He told himself that if he couldn't finish the first video by the end of that year, 2019, then he would give up on the project for good. It had already taken up a significant amount, like a good portion of his life, and if he couldn't push himself hard enough to finish it, then maybe it wasn't meant to be. And that's when everything changed. Soon after, he went into overdrive, spending any and every spare moment he could working on the video. It turns out that little self-motivation he gave himself was exactly what he needed. Eventually, the first 2 scenes were done, and then the next scene, and then the next, and then the next, and he just kept pushing himself harder and harder and harder, just so determined to meet that deadline he'd set himself. And then, on June 5th, 2019, just a few months after he made that promise to himself, the first full episode of Elements of Justice was done. He released it on YouTube, and the response was astronomical, because it turned out there were so many people who'd been secretly supporting him from the sidelines. They were desperate to see him, just make his project a reality, even if it was just one video for now. That they just wanted to see him succeed. And when it came out, the video, he was praised, he was congratulated, he was featured on Equestria Daily, the My Little Pony fan site, and it was just a cause for celebration for everyone who'd been following his progress, and they were just so happy to see that he'd finally succeeded. In fact, I was actually one of the people who congratulated him when that video was first uploaded. I was just really happy for him. In fact, the response was so positive that when TheAlJavis realised that he would need help to complete the rest of the series, and he asked online if anyone would be willing to lend their talents, they were more than happy to join them. Soon he had a team of writers, animators, artists, sound engineers, literally everything he needed in order to help make the videos more consistently. It went from being a project by one man to having around 30 or 50 people working on it. That's how much they believed in TheAlJavis's series in order for them to really work on it, and it's just continued and continued, year after year, and it's just been incredible. But I am getting a bit ahead of myself. For today, we are going to be looking at the video that started it all, the one that TheAlJavis created entirely on his own. Now, I have to say, Elements of Justice is a series I've personally wanted to cover for a long time now. It's actually the reason why I wanted to start making reaction videos to begin with, really. I've been following the series, like I said, from the very beginning, and I just love the quality of the writing, the animation, the voice acting, just everything about it. And, I just really want to share my passion with you, like share just what this series, really means to me. So that's why I wanted to start this series where I show you my reactions to it. Now, as much as I wish I could say that this will be an entirely blind reaction series, that's unfortunately not going to be the case. Just let me explain. So, at the time I'm currently recording this, I am up to date with Elements of Justice. The series is currently on its 5th episode of the 3rd case. The story is actually broken into several different cases, by the way. They act like chapters where each one has its own investigation and trial sections. Anyway, so I have recorded blind reactions to nearly all of the episodes. However, I only started doing this from the 2nd case onwards. That was when I decided that this series was good enough for me to start recording blind reactions to it. However, even back then, I ran into some trouble, because when I looked back at the first 2 videos I'd recorded, I made a shocking discovery. The audio had actually been corrupted. I was using 2 different devices to record the sound, and because they didn't overlap properly with each other, one was playing just before the other, and so it was like 2 tracks were playing at the same time, and it sounded absolutely horrendous. There was no possible way for me to fix it, and not that it really mattered anyway, because I actually ended up losing those videos anyway, because I actually had to change my laptop, and I didn't save any backup files of those videos. Also, as well as losing those videos, it was really nagging me that I never recorded any reactions to the first case. It made me feel like I would be presenting something to you that would be, incomplete, and that just weighed a bit heavily on me. So I thought about it, and I think I may have come up with a solution. So, this is how it's going to work. For the first 5 episodes of this series, I will just be re-watching the videos. I will talk about my opinions on the story and the characters, and generally, what my experiences were back when I first watched the videos. But they won't be blind reactions or first-time viewings, not for the first 5 episodes. Then when we get to the 6th episode, then I'll start uploading the blind reactions that I made back when the episodes first premiered. So just to be clear, this episode and the next 4 episodes afterwards will be watch-alongs, essentially, where I'll just be giving commentary on what I think about the episodes, and then from episode 6 onwards, it will be my blind reactions, which will be older videos that I made a long time ago. So hopefully that makes sense. Because I just really wanted to make sure that I was presenting the series in its entirety to you. I didn't want to, start from case 2 or part way into case 2 because there would be no context for you anyway. But anyway, with all that said, let's get into watching the very first episode of Elements of Justice. Before we do, though, I just need to do something really quick. That's right! Because this is a fan animation on YouTube, I can officially use a overlay camera. This is so much more convenient for me, because usually I have to use 2 different files when I'm editing, but here I can actually show my reactions while the video's playing, so no need for editing there. I will say I will probably have to make some edits when I post this, because there will be pop-up advertisements and maybe interruptions as well, but I'll be sure to edit them out when they come, so you don't have to worry about that. But yes, anyway, this is it. The beginning of a brand new reaction series here on my channel. This is Elements of Justice, Turnabout Theatre, Episode 1. Starting the video in 3, 2, 1, play. And as is tradition for the Ace Attorney series, we always get a little prelude to the case and the trial that's going on. Like we get little glimpses of the crime that's going on and who's supposedly being accused. Like you can't see who some of these ponies are because they're in shadow, otherwise it would give something away. And yes, and look, someone was attacked there. And yes, we start off with there was a hanging there, and it looks like that's Coco Pamel who they found. And of course, here we are in the, much like Turnabout Storm was, we come to the human world. There's the classic Turnabout Storm, the classic Phoenix Wright theme song.
Right, anything agency, Phoenix speaking. No, I'm a lawyer.
Yeah, I love this little.
No, we don't publish anything.
Yeah, because write anything, so I think.
It's all right.
It's done.
Sorry for the misunderstanding.
Like the way it's spelled.
So, boss, did we get any clients?
Here's of course Athena.
No.
This was actually my introduction to characters like Athena, Apollo Justice, and Trucy Wright, because
they probably have mistaken right with
I've never actually played any of the later Phoenix Wright games. I have played the first one, but that's about it. And I've also played the Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton game.
Sorry, Trucy, not yet.
And you will notice that the character vectors for the human characters, they're a bit they're in a little bit more rough than what you'll see with the pony rigs. Apparently, they had to. These were lifted directly from the game, and so it doesn't look like they match up with the world. Like even here, you can see they stand out a bit too much because of how little detail there is, but they do improve later on.
I don't get any clients right now anyway. It's settled then. Let's go get some Eldunes real quick and then come right back here.
Let's go! I love Eldune's noodles.
Just make sure you don't eat so much that you get a heart attack.
Yeah, like I say, the animation gets a lot better in later parts.
What
And here we go. Much like in Turnabout Storm, Phoenix Wright is being teleported to Equestria.
Mr. Wright, your hand!
And he's starting to fade away.
My hand's fading away.
Mr. Wright!
Wait a minute. This feeling.
This feeling.
Daddy!
Have I experienced this before?
Yes, he has.
Hold on, Mr. Wright. We've got you.
And this was a really pleasant surprise for for audiences, because Athena, Apollo, and Trucy grab on. They're being teleported to Equestria as well. They're all going. People absolutely love that. That it wouldn't just be Phoenix. It would be everyone. Oh, I should mention as well, in terms of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, this takes place between Season 4 and Season 5, because that's when production of the project actually began.
Guys,
So it's just after Twilight got her castle, but before they went to Starlight Glimmer's village in Season 5. And yeah, this is Twilight's castle.
Where are we?
I don't know. Wherever we are, it's huge.
I'll second that. I bet you this place is super expensive.
What's with these thrones? Is this supposed to be a king's castle?
Why would there be 6 thrones, though? Shouldn't there be at least a king and queen?
Maybe the other 4 are their friends or something.
Everyone would get a throne if that's the case.
Enough about the thrones. We still need to figure out where we are and how we got here.
Phoenix!
And here she is, Twilight Sparkle.
It's so good to see you again.
I should say, over the parts, there are actually
something?
I thought I heard it talk too.
Purple Horse.
Excuse me, but
I happen to be
a
Phoenix
pony.
Wright actually made that mistake when he first came to Equestria 2 in Turnabout Storm.
Phoenix, don't you remember me? Daddy?
What was I
How
saying?
does this pony know you?
I don't know.
Phoenix, you don't remember
Yeah,
me at all?
the voice actors for a lot of the
sorry,
characters
but
keep
I don't
changing
think I
throughout
know.
throughout the parts, especially Twilight's voice actor here. You know, she or well, I say she, but if you know, you know. Yeah, they dropped out for
Can it really be?
obvious reasons. I think Twilight's actually had 4 different voice actors at this point
Phoenix?
in the series.
I remember you.
Yes?
You're
Yes.
Twilight
Twilight Sparkle.
Phoenix, you do remember me!
I do remember you. You do remember
guess
me.
I do
I do.
remember.
Yeah, you can see that some of
good
this
to
writing's
see
not
you
the best.
again.
Like they do keep they
It's
keep
good to see you
like he
too.
keeps repeating some phrases over and
Mr.
over.
Wright seriously hugging a talking purple pony right now?
I don't know, but I don't care.
Yeah, and even
I'm
Athena's
sensing
voice
so
actor
much
was,
joy from the both
I think,
of them.
changed in the next
I'm
part
gonna go
as
join
well.
in on their hug too.
Hey, I want to hug the cute
I
purple
want to hug the pony,
too. Come on, Polly, you hug the pony too.
Polly.
I'll lose my masculinity if I do.
It's been a while since I've talked to a human.
Well, it's been a while since I've talked to a pony.
And it's been a while since I've lost my mind.
So, you tried to summon the greatest defense attorney in Equestria again, huh?
Yeah, if you know, you
I just
know.
simply summoned Phoenix Wright.
Oh, okay. At least I didn't get summoned by accident.
He was never summoned by accident. It was
Hey,
intentional.
wait. Twilight? Do you have wings?
Yeah, because when he met her
You
for the
noticed.
first time, it
Yes,
was
I
just a
do.
little while after
But the last
season
time I
1,
saw
so
you,
she was still
you were just a
so she was just a
unicorn.
unicorn back then.
I received the title of princess a few months ago, and Princess Celestia gave me wings to go along with that title. So, I'm now an alicorn.
Wow. Congratulations, Twilight. It's like she went from a mere mortal to a goddess.
Oh, it's nothing
I suppose you can make that.
After all,
Alicorns are technically
a title is
immortal.
nothing more than a title.
If you say so.
Yeah, like she doesn't like her
boss,
friends calling her
think you can fill
princess,
us in on
just
what's
other
going on?
ponies.
Boss?
Ah. Sorry.
I really like
Guys,
how Trucy
this
says
is
this
Twilight
line here.
Hello, Twilight Sparkle.
Hello, Twilight Sparkle. That's just so
By the way,
cute.
What's that tattoo on your butt?
Of
there,
course,
Phoenix?
you would think it's a tattoo.
Oh yeah, it's my cutie mark.
And in here,
Cutie mark?
Trucy, we use the term
It's a mark
flank.
that shows what your special talent is. Mine represents my expertise in magic. Magic? I'm an expertise in magic too. Really? I thought you said magic doesn't exist in your world.
I guess Trucy is an exception.
That's right. My name's Trucy Wright. I'm his daughter. You have a daughter?
I sure do.
Well,
Me having a daughter is such a shocker.
she's not his biological
Who are they talking
daughter.
to?
My name is Athena Sykes.
She's adopted.
I'm a defense attorney.
You're a defense attorney too?
That's right. I also specialize in analytical psychology.
Yeah.
You are? That's amazing! I've also been studying analytical psychology, and it's such an
We find
exquisite
out later on
subject.
that she and Twilight actually have a
I can
lot
also
more in
use
common
the analytical
than
psychology
they
in court,
realise.
too.
You can do that?
I hope I'm not
can.
giving any I'm
It
not.
helped
I'm
us
trying
out
to.
with some
I'm
tight
not
spots
gonna.
during
I'm
some
gonna
of our
try
cases.
avoid giving any spoilers if you've not seen the
Well,
series.
Apollo?
Oh, sorry. I'm Apollo Justice. I'm also a defense attorney.
Yeah.
Wow, I have an entire team of defense attorneys.
Yeah, that you do.
Sure do. Apollo has a power he uses in court, like Athena.
What's that?
Well, I have a strong
Though funny
sense of
enough,
sight,
when
so I'm able to
TheAlJavis
see
later
even the
admitted that
smallest habit of
when he
someone who's
brought
lying.
Athena, Apollo,
You can?
and
He
Trucy
must
to
have really
Equestria, he
special
actually
eyes.
didn't have plans for them to like
guess I do.
be involved with any
Well, it's very
any
nice
of the
to meet you
like any of the
all. Wait a minute. How are they all here?
any of the
I only wanted to
any of the
summon
trials
you.
or anything. It was just going to
Not
be
sure.
Phoenix Wright.
Well, they did
But
try
when he
grabbing
got
onto me when I was
some
going
of
to get
his
teleported.
writers
And then they
on
just
board,
ended up
like
going with
they
me.
looked at some of his later
That
scripts
explains it.
after this one,
You see,
and they
when something
suggested
gives physical
some very
contact
good
to the
changes for
subject
the
that's being
better.
teleported, then that something gets teleported with the subject.
Yeah, this is
I remember something about that.
yeah this is referencing something in Turnabout Storm where it actually helped them
Interesting.
solve something in Rainbow
You
Dash's
think you
trial.
could teach me how to teleport? I don't know. I've never taught a human magic before, but I guess I'll teach you a thing or two. Oh, I can't wait!
I love her.
Susie.
She's got such a
So,
cute
Mr.
voice.
Wright, how do you know her?
Huh?
How do you know this talking purple pony?
Yeah, that's going to need some
That's right.
explanation.
I didn't explain it yet. You see, a little over 8 years ago, I was summoned by Twilight accidentally when she was trying to summon the greatest.
Yeah, when
defense
this was
attorney
released, it was
She needed
8
help
years
trying to find one
after
of her friends when she was
the
accused of
last
murder.
episode of Turnabout Storm.
Wait, did you say 8 years ago?
Yeah?
Turnabout Storm.
Why?
It's
Ed,
only been a year and a half
released, I
since I
mean.
summoned you.
And but yeah, in terms of friendship is magic, it would only be a year and a half.
Because we're from different worlds.
Yeah, and
time
this-
works differently.
Yeah, this kind of explains
It's
the
still a
time
little weird,
difference.
though. Anyway, I agreed to help her friend, and ended up winning the case. I also proved that there was no murder in the first place.
So no one was sent to jail or anything?
Well, there were these two.
Yeah, he's remembering Gilda and Sonata, and those are
By the way,
actually
Twilight,
screenshots
whatever happened
from
to those two that were sent to prison?
Turnabout
You
Storm.
mean Gilda and Sonata?
Later on, they
When
recreated
Gilda was released, she met up with
like they
Rainbow Dash and the
recreated
two
them.
made up. However,
I think you saw in some of those
since
other
that
flashbacks
time.
they recreated
As for
those
Sonata,
scenes
I have no
Twilight
idea.
was in,
I
like
asked
just
the
so it
police
matched
about
the
it.
style a little
They
bit
told me when it was
better.
time for her to be released, the police asked her what she was going to do now that she is out. But she just looked back and told them, I'm going to help out all those who need it. I always wondered what happened to her.
I wonder too.
Yeah, we'll find
Now that
out
we got that out of the way,
if
I'd like
the
to ask you something
if the
since we
banners
got here.
by anything
What's
to go
that?
by.
Why did you summon me?
Oh, that's right. You see, I need your help.
Again?
With what?
So, Phoenix, do you remember some pony named Rarity?
Rarity?
Yeah, she's Twilight.
Highlight!
That's her right now. Oh, why, Phoenix, it's been so long. Wow, a marshmallow pony.
That is such a
hey.
meme.
You're Rarity, right?
Why, Phoenix,
She
you
only
do
had
remember
like
me.
a really,
I
really,
I remember you fixing
really
up my
brief
suit when
role
I
in
got ripped
Turnabout
up that
Storm,
one
and
time.
as did Applejack.
Yes, I do remember that.
Like they weren't as
There's another
involved.
talking pony?
There's lots.
Well, yes, we are in a world filled with ponies after all.
Yep.
So there's a lot more of them?
Oh yeah.
Yay! I can't wait to talk to each and every one of them.
Oh, she's getting
Oh,
jittery.
Why, hello there. Who are you exactly?
They're friends of mine. This is Apollo, Athena, and Trucy, my daughter.
My, you have quite the team.
Oh, you have no idea.
Rarity, you think you should tell him why you need him?
That's right. Phoenix?
Yes?
Phoenix! I need your help, please! It's the
Worst possible thing that could have happened!
Okay, what is it? Jeez, you almost ruptured my eardrums.
It's my friend.
What about your friend?
She's been accused of murder.
Murder in this world again, huh?
Yep.
I thought this place was supposed to be peaceful.
Well.
Okay, so I'm guessing you want me to defend your friend then.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, please help her. She didn't do it. She wouldn't hurt a fly. How could any pony like her do such a thing?
I need to go talk to her first. I'd like to know how she's involved in this murder. So, where's your friend now?
She's in the Manhattan Detention Center.
Manhattan? Where's that?
It's up northwest from here. It's the biggest city in Equestria. You'll need to go there using the train.
I don't have any money for the train.
Yeah.
No need to worry. I shall take you there and help you pay for the tickets.
Okay, but might I ask, how are you so sure she's innocent?
Well, she just simply doesn't have the heart to do so. She has a very promising career, might I add. It'd be foolish for her to simply throw that away. Please, Phoenix, you must help her.
Should I really take this case? It still feels weird that I'm defending a pony from another world.
We've done it before.
Still, Rarity looks desperate. I guess I'll go see what's going on.
Okay, let's go meet her then.
Mr. Wright, what about us?
Yeah.
Well,
And again, you can
I
see
guess you're
with
gonna have to stay in the castle
with the
and wait for us.
with the human vectors,
Oh, come on, really?
like they
What
do
are we supposed
stand
to do while
out
we wait?
as
It's
not
like we have TV
as
to
like
pass the
not
time,
fitting
you
in with the
know?
backgrounds, like they don't belong in the pony
interested
world.
in seeing the city. It could be fun.
Yeah, Daddy, don't leave us here all bored.
Okay, you guys can come too. Rarity, do you think you can pay for their tickets as
Yeah,
well?
she will.
Not a problem.
She's the element of generosity, after all.
I get to see more cute ponies.
Yeah, nothing but a bunch of neon-colored equines everywhere we go.
That's one way of putting them.
Phoenix, I almost forgot.
Putting it.
You're going to need this.
Yep.
What?
Your
Thing you had
attorney's
last
badge
time.
for Equestria.
Yep.
Oh, great. Not this ridiculous badge.
Yeah, he hated how sissy it
Gonna
looked
need it while I'm here in this world
when
anyway.
he was there, because like his badge from his world obviously doesn't apply in Equestria.
Oh my gosh, that badge is so cute. Can I have one of those too?
Sorry, Athena. I only have one with me.
Aw, why does Mr. Wright get all the cool stuff?
Never mind that. Let's go to the detention center.
And of course, here we are in Manhattan, and
Wow,
all
this
the
place
and all
is
the
huge.
traffic and ponies are completely
It's a
static.
wonderful place, isn't it? The tall buildings, the stores, the entertainment, and just the atmosphere of this place is absolutely exhilarating.
I think this is the
All
theme
that,
for
and a taxi.
Manhattan.
What are you talking
Mhm.
about? There's
I think that's
taxis
playing.
everywhere.
It's best not to talk about it.
Yeah, apparently
I
in one
wonder
episode
if
she
I
had
should
a
start my own show
she had
here.
a bad experience
think
with
I'd
it,
make
despite
good
being a
money over
princess
here.
and everything.
Trust me, Trucy, the money over here isn't worth anything in our world.
Yeah.
I've never been so close to a sports
Yeah, he was paid for his services in Turnabout Storm,
Everywhere
but
we go,
all the money
all these
was
ponies are
bits,
always
which are
staring at
useless in the
us.
human world.
Oh, don't worry.
Useless in the human
You'll
world.
get used to it. It was awkward for me when I was the only human here last time.
Yeah.
So, Rarity, where's the detention center?
It's right down the street.
Okay, let's go.
Halt! Wow!
Whoa, these ponies look super tough.
State your business. Well, I'm a defense attorney. I'm here to meet someone.
Let's show us your badge, sir.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Permission granted. Go right ahead.
Hey, what about us?
Yeah, but of course he's the only one.
Sorry, but attorneys
He's the only
with
one with
official
a
question
badge.
badges
With
can
the
only
only one with a
answer.
badge, so they can't go in.
What? Does my badge not count
Yeah,
for
no,
anything?
no,
I'm
unfortunately.
afraid that badge isn't legible for this town.
Or this world, Athena.
But look at it. It's shiny and official. I am not going through this again.
Oh, the old
Sorry
old
about
anime thing
She
where
gets
you
upset when
get
she doesn't get what she
whites in your
wants.
eyes when you're furious.
Hey, I'm not some spoiled brat, you know.
It's alright, guys. I'll be right out as soon as I'm done in there.
I'll make sure she doesn't flip any of these guards while you're gone.
Hey! I'll flip you if that's what you want.
Sheesh. No matter how many times I come in here, it always gives me the creeps. Even if it is in another world. I wonder where...
Oh, are you the ones who came to see me?
Why? It said ones, but he was... Yeah, that was a mistake. Are you the ones who came to see me?
Rarity's friend?
Maybe
Yes.
maybe someone was meant to go in there with him,
Are you okay?
but it was just
I'm fine.
Phoenix, so
It's just that I have a headache for some
bit
reason.
of an error there.
So, what's your name?
Coco Pomo. Who are
Yeah,
you?
this is another
Phoenix,
mistake here. She
Rarity
actually
told me to be
mispronounces her last
She
name.
wants
It's
me to
actually
defend
Coco Pamel.
So,
And the reason
are you
it's an
going to
issue is
defend me?
because later on
I
there's
didn't
a
expect a human to defend
there's
me.
I
a
haven't
character
decided
who
yet.
actually
I'd like
mispronounces
to ask you a
Coco
couple
Pamel's
questions first.
name as Pommel,
Okay, mister.
and yet Phoenix realizes it's a
You think you
mistake
can tell me
despite
more
him
about
saying
yourself, Miss Pommel?
yeah. See, he says
Yes.
Pommel there,
I'm a
even though
costume
she
designer
she
here
said
in Manhattan.
Pommel.
I design costumes for plays over in the theater. Though once in a while, I get asked to make designs for anything fashion related.
Making costumes and designs, huh? You resemble Rarity quite a bit.
Oh, Rarity is a huge inspiration for me. Before I met her, I was the assistant of some pony who would always tell me that it's every pony for themselves in the big city.
Yeah,
But when Rarity showed up,
Sorry,
she showed
Polymer.
generosity to others, even though it started to hurt her. When I realized this, I quit being an assistant, and Rarity gave me the job of being the costume designer of some big place in Manhattan.
Wow. Rarity's made quite a change in your life.
My life has become so
yeah,
much
and
better because of her.
in the show they
I owe
actually
it to her
had to
so
stop
much.
calling her Coco
Nice to
because
hear.
I think
Maybe
there
you
was a
weren't
trademark
But
with
there
the
will
name,
always be
so
people who will
they
turn your
so
life
they
around for
so
the
she was
better.
just only called Miss
Nice
Pamel.
to know what happens
Of course,
in
there's
the
no
future,
such
too.
restrictions here because it's a fan
So,
project,
Miss
so they
Pommel,
can call
do you
her
think you could tell me
Coco.
what happened on the night of the murder?
Oh, it's just awful. There was a
Actually,
play
in
going on and
interesting
every
fact,
pony
Starlight
watching
Glimmer
seemed
was
to
originally
cheer
going to be
off
called
the spectacular
Aurora
performers.
Glimmer, but
But when
Disney
the play was
had
about to reach its conclusion,
had a
my
trademark
friend,
on the name
my real
Aurora.
concept, fell from the catwalk with a rope tied around his neck, and he ended up being hung to death with every pony
Yeah,
watching.
yeah. I hope I'm not
What?
talking over any.
Wow.
I hope you can
That's
still
not
hear what they're saying and
traumatizing.
you're not missing any details because of me.
Like this seems
It's actually a good thing that they have
police
the
saw me on the catwalk after letting me fallen, and they
that they
thought
actually
I
have
pushed
text
over with
boxes
a rope
below.
tied
It's
around his neck,
something taken
and
from
I
the
got
games as
arrested on
well.
the spot.
Well, you were in the area where he fell. Still, just because you were at the scene of the crime, it doesn't mean you did it.
I know, but every pony who saw me thought I did it.
Rarity doesn't think you did it. She certainly believes you wouldn't have the heart to kill.
Although I appreciate her believing I didn't do it, it's not enough to convince every pony else.
I see. So, what can you tell me about overall concept? The victim.
He's the head costume designer for the theater. I work alongside him helping him make his costumes. He's really good at making designs for the costumes. He even custom made a fabric to help captivate the way the costumes looked.
So, what was your relationship with the victim?
It's nothing too serious if that's what you're thinking. We're
Yeah,
just
there
good
was-
friends who like working together.
There were actually
He's
some
even teaching me how to
rewrites
design
in
better so I can one day make a design of my own for another play.
in the
So,
next
let me ask
episode that actually
what were you
contradicts
doing
what
at
she
the scene of
says
the
about their relationship not being so serious. But they were actually able to find a way to actually work around that and make it work in the story, which is a real credit to how good some of the to how skilled some of the writers are on the
The
project.
next thing I knew, I saw my friend being hung from the top of the stage, and the police
Based-
showed
based
up
on,
behind me and arrested me.
Based on what
Why
I've
can't you
seen for
remember
what
what
the
happened between those
the
times?
next part
I'm not
like
sure.
the trial section and
So
how
she
that was
doesn't remember
going,
what happened.
it would have been concluded in
This is
just
gonna be
one
a problem.
part. It was significantly
Anything else you wanna
shorter,
ask me?
and
Well,
yeah, one of the
She
writers
seems
said
to
this
be telling the
probably
truth.
wouldn't be what
she doesn't look like she would have any
fans
bad intentions.
who have been waiting so long for
However,
this
I still
series
need to
would
make
want
sure.
to see. So that's why he insisted that there should be some
So,
rewrites,
Miss
and
Pommel,
ultimately
At this
TheAlJavis
point, I don't think he did. But right now,
he did approve
I
it, and he
need you
did know
to
it
tell
was.
me the most honest
He
truth.
did know that it was the right thing to
Did you kill
do.
the victim? Overall concept.
What? No, of course not. I would never do such a thing.
And of course, the Magatama shows that she's not
What
lying.
is it?
Nothing happened. This means she didn't do it.
If she was lying,
Okay, Mr.
Cyclops would have
I
appeared.
trust you. I'll take your case.
You will? Oh, thank you, Mr. Wright. I
If he
feel so
if he knows
relieved right
that
now.
that they are innocent,
Okay,
of
I
course
think
he'll
that's all the
defend them.
information I need. Thank you for your time, Ms. Palmel.
Oh, you're welcome, Mr. Wright. Oh, before you leave, do you think you could tell Rarity I'm all right? I don't want her to worry about me.
Of course. I'll make sure to tell her that.
Thank you.
I'll prove that you didn't kill anyone. I promise you that.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Wright. I guess I'll see you later then.
See ya.
Looks like I haven't had to deal with any pop-up advertisements. I guess the team who are controlling the channel, they're making sure that they don't
So
happen
let me see if I've got
and they don't ruin the
Our
experience.
ponies are in charge of the agricultural affairs.
And of course,
Unicorns can perform magic-related things, and
she's been
Predecessor can
educating
control the weather.
Athena on what
That's
happens
right.
in what happens in
Wow.
Equestria.
This world is so different from ours. Weather goes on its own in our world.
Yeah. If I was a Pegasus, I would make it so it wouldn't get so cold in the winter.
Oh, darling, if it's as cold as you say it is, then how about I make a thick and fabulous coat for you? I'm sure it will help you out on your cold days.
I think I'll pass on that.
So, I guess because I'm not a unicorn, I can't learn to teleport, can I?
Oh, I'm sure you'll find a way. Humans work very differently from us ponies.
No.
Hey, guys.
Phoenix! So, how is she?
She's doing fine. She explained everything.
So, what happened on the night of the murder?
The victim had his neck tied up by a rope and was dropped from a high elevated spot. He was hung to death pretty much instantly.
Whoa, that actually sounds very gruesome.
Oh, it's a horrible thing to witness!
Witness? Wait, you were there where the murder happened?
Well, yes. I was watching the play when it happened. Coco gave me a ticket to see the show. I thought the show
Yeah.
was sold out, but she gave the last ticket
I'm
to
sorry if
me.
my camera is like blocking like what pops up here. But yeah, like
It was
I say,
horrible.
there'll
I
be
couldn't
those
bear to think
things in
about
the
that
middle to show you
dreadful
anyway.
image. Not only that, I saw her being taken away by the police. The moment I saw that, I had to ask Twilight to find a good lawyer. And who better than you to help us with this case?
Yeah.
I guess I have lots of experience with murder cases. I'm always there to help out someone who's been accused of a crime they didn't commit.
That he is.
And that's Mr. Right for you. Always there to help when someone's in need. He even helped me when I was accused of murder.
You were accused for murder?
Yeah, again, this was all.
Yes. I was accused of killing my own mother.
Yeah, this was all new. This was all new to me because I'd never played Dual
I know,
Destinies or
it
any of those
was.
later games.
I felt so alone that everyone started to go against me.
This
it's
is
like
this is
all
actually
the stars of the
expanded
night
on
disappeared from the
later
night
on in the
sky.
series.
And the next thing I knew, all I
That
could
the crew
see
really
ahead was
wanted to
darkness.
like really
Mr.
wanted
Right,
to
He believed in me.
like do
He
her
stuck to
character
his true
justice and
beliefs.
like give
And
her
not only was I
more
not guilty, he
like
found
more
the real
character
killer.
like more
And I was
character
able
and
to save a
development
dear
than she
friend of mine
ever
when he was
than
going
she
to
ever
be getting
did
a
in
death
any of the
sentence for
games.
the same crime.
That's right. In fact, I even lost my best friend because of that same killer. I was so heartbroken when I found out he had been killed.
And
But
yeah,
taking
there
a
was
leave
something
of
that's
absence,
happened
I
like
left my
this in
friends
Turnabout
behind.
Storm
I went
as
to find
well,
the
where
truth
Phoenix
on my
was
own, and ended up
reminiscing
starting
on
to kill Athena.
how he was accused of
even went against
murder
her in
and
court.
and stealing
still
lunch
don't
money when he
believe
was
it.
in
But it
when
was
he was
really
in
hard to
when he
do
was
so
in
with all
school
this
and
doubt
had
inside
that
me.
classroom trial and
But Mr.
everything.
Wright made sure I was able to believe in her again. At that point, I did believe, not only in Athena, but in Mr. Wright to finally bring the truth to light. Because of Mr. Wright, the dark age of the law has come to an end.
I was even taken hostage during that trial. But Daddy ended up saving
And
me
again,
after he
and
won.
like I said,
Isn't he the best?
this was all new
Wow,
to me.
Mr. Wright. I had no idea you were such a saint to so many people in your
So
world.
yeah, that's the
Always
good
trying
thing
your
about
best
this.
to
If you're
find the
only a
truth
fan of
and
Friendship is
saving so
Magic,
many innocent
the Ace
lives.
Attorney
And
elements
beginning to
are
think you
explained
really
quite
are the
well,
greatest
and
Ace
vice
Attorney.
versa if you're just an
What can I say?
if you're just
I was
an Ace
doing my
Attorney
job.
fan.
A job that makes you a hero. You're like a knight in shining armor that has come to save the day when things are grim.
Well, I guess I can say I am pretty good. Now that we got the feels out of the way, I think it's time we went to investigate. So, Rarity, where's the theater?
It's just right over there.
Well, what do you know? It is just right there.
Look,
Oh,
that
that's
must be a reference to cats. It
Come
has
on,
to be.
let's go inside.
Yes, let's get to the bottom of this. What?
Rarity, you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Hey, how about you watch where you're going?
I'm terribly sorry. I didn't see you. Here, let me help you with all the... You!
Huh?
Yep, Surrey Polymer.
What are you doing back here in the city?
Nothing that concerns you.
So, you guys know each other?
We
Yeah.
did.
I've no time to waste on you, Rarity. I'm on a tight schedule, so you better stay out of my
Yeah.
way. I don't want another victory taken away by your hooves, okay?
Okay.
The nerve of her.
I'm noticing some of the pony rigs
so
actually reset
who
to
was that,
default
Rarity?
just before they fade away.
Nothing but a ruffian.
It's just
Phoenix,
something
should
that
we
was
get
happening
to the
with
investigation now?
early animations. Like
Yeah,
and
let's get
remember,
inside
the
the theater.
AlJavis was animating this all
Yes,
by himself.
let's.
So you know, there's some leeway there.
So, this is the theater, huh?
This place looks pretty empty.
Sorry, but the theater is closed. I must ask you to leave.
Huh? Who said that?
I know that voice.
Hello? You guys deaf? You guys have to leave.
They won't be.
Sorry, but we're here to investigate the crime scene.
Are ya now? You don't look like a police pony to me. Plus, the police are already done with their investigation here.
Well, I'm Phoenix Wright. I'm a defense attorney.
Defense? Defend who, might I ask?
Coco Palmel.
The costume designer? So, I guess you know what happened here?
Yes. Overall concepts, murder.
Yes, Miss Pommel was accused
Yeah, see, he
of
says
murdering
Pommel
you.
there.
It's very hard to believe if
And
you
yeah,
ask
Phoenix
me.
said Pommel,
So,
even
do
though
you
the
work
first
here?
time
I do. My
Coco
name
said
is
it, she said
Playwright.
Pommel.
I'm the theater director. I am the one who makes sure that the plays in this theater are done right.
Yeah.
I make
You know,
sure everything
playwright's
I work on
his
is
character
perfect.
rig right there,
I
right here.
see.
When it would appear in
may I
later
ask you how
parts,
things work
it was
in
actually
theater?
changed quite
To
a bit,
put things briefly,
sort
we
of
go through the writing
redesigned.
process, rehearse, and then perform. I'm the one who does all the writing because no pony else knows how to make things perfect like I do.
Aren't you supposed to have a team of writers when you're in the writing process?
I guess this is
would,
kind
but I
of
feel that it's just
it's
going
kind
to
of
slow me down.
a representation of the
Your genius moves
AlJavis. Like he was
fast.
working on
That's how things get
he was
done so
working on this
quickly here.
completely
I wonder if anyone
alone,
else
and he
here can keep
and
up
yeah, but
with
unlike
this
him, he was
genius.
working very slowly
So,
because he was
what's
by
your
himself.
relationship with the
And then
defendant?
later he would have a
Oh,
team of
shit,
writers
that's
to help him make
fantastic.
some
Coco
improvements
and
on all the
overall
scripts that he
concepts
wrote.
Make a great team. Whenever I'm in need of costumes for any plays I'm writing, those two get the job done fast. Whenever I see them together, they're always so happy, as if they're best friends.
Yeah,
I
this
still
there
can't
is another
believe she would
thing.
kill
When
me.
they're talking about
Especially
overall
in the
concept
middle of
here,
my play.
they're
If they were such good
they're
friends,
kind of
why are you
they're
so
kind of
sure
referring to
Coco
them in the
Palmel
present
killed overall
tense, the
concept?
present tense, and not
As
past
much
tense,
as I
because
don't believe it,
you know
I
it
saw
should be
something
past tense
before
because
the
obviously
murder.
overall concept's dead,
Huh?
and like
What
you know
did you
they
see?
were good
I
friends,
saw Miss
and
Pommel
not are
chasing
good friends. That would
Overall up
imply
the
he's still
catwalk
alive.
where the murder occurred.
What?
Yeah, I saw her chasing him up the left side of the catwalk. Quite frantically, I might add. I didn't think too much about that, but after I saw the stallion's body hung in the air, I ran up the catwalk, and I saw Miss Pommel with lots of guilt on her eyes.
Isn't her name supposed to be pronounced Palmel?
Yeah, see,
Then, the police showed up behind me, then arrested Miss Pommel on the spot, then brought her back down.
I could have sworn that her name is pronounced Pommel.
Well, the first time, like I keep saying, the first time she pronounced it, it was
I'll
Pommel.
let
She
you
said.
have this layout of this theater, so you guys won't
Theater.
get lost in here while you guys are investigating.
Here, I'll hold up the map.
Maybe in some future installments, I should have the camera moved over to this side,
There has to be an explanation.
like my overlay, so it doesn't block what
Anyways, I
pops up
saw
on the
what I
left.
saw. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go get me some lunch. Go ahead and do your investigation and whatnot. A stallion with the mind of a genius must keep his brain energized with a good lunch.
Well, that's it for that guy.
He keeps talking about how much of a visual genius he is. I know he's a director and all, but it doesn't really give you bragging rights.
Still, I want to know what plays he's written. If they're as good as he says, then I want to see them. I'm a big fan of plays after all.
Let's get some tickets for the next showing.
Guys, shouldn't we be starting our investigation already?
Why do you
Coco
think
is
that?
chasing Overall? Is that really true? It has to be a mistake. Maybe somebody else was chasing him.
Well, we have to investigate the crime scene to see if we can find any leads.
Wow, I've never been on a stage this big before. Oh, how I wish I could do my magic show here.
You're a magician,
That's right.
but you're a human. How is it possible for a human to perform magic?
Oh,
Oh, I'll
I
show
remember
you.
this bit.
See these? These are my magic panties.
Oh
Your father, please be careful when you start talking about your panties.
That's so
See
cringeworthy.
here? There's nothing inside them.
I see.
And now I say the magic words. Alakazam! And now let's see what's inside. Oh, let's see what I got.
She got her hands on the map Twilight gave her, was given.
Holding that.
Yeah,
How in the world did you do that?
sleight of hand.
Sorry, but a magician never reveals her secrets.
There has to be an explanation for this. I must study those panties of yours.
Must study those
No,
panties.
you won't. Even if you examine these, you're not going to find out anything. I remember back then some college student was so obsessed with my magic
This
panties
is
that
just
he
so
stole them from me
cringeworthy,
to
but so
study them.
funny, what they're saying.
Ugh, don't remind me. I never seen someone so obsessed with someone else's undies in my life.
Alright, let's get started. See if you can find anything.
Well, we can start with this rope still hanging from last night.
So this is the murder weapon. It's tied up like a noose.
It was a horrible thing to see. I could almost see overall concept still hanging on that.
Considering the height from here to the catwalk, the death is very likely
Oh, there's
to
there's
be
gonna there's gonna be
instantaneous.
something
At
about
least he
the
didn't suffer.
catwalk. I'll definitely point it out when it
I wonder how he
happens.
got his neck tied up anyway.
Mr. Wright, I think I found something.
What is it?
It's some sort of sparkly cloth.
It looks fabulous! That must be the special fabric he was working on.
Special fabric?
Overall Concept told me in his letters that he was working on a special fabric for his costumes. He put some sparkles on them. He also said the fabric could glow in the dark.
Glow-in-the-dark fabric? Hey! I think I know how he was able to do that.
Oh, do you now?
Yes, I do. I have a friend who used a costume like that.
Okay.
She used fluorescent paint to make the costume
Fluorescent
glow in
paint.
the dark.
Fluorescent paint? Such a thing exists? Where can I get this paint? It might help me in my business.
Yeah, she would want
I
that.
should get some too. I'm going to need some costumes that can glow for my shows.
Really?
How about I'll design some costumes for you? I have
Yeah,
no
she
idea
keeps
what will give you
she
that
keeps
extra
looking for an
pizzazz you're looking for.
opportunity to make something creative
I'll
for
be
someone.
happy to take you up on your offer.
So, now that we're done talking about that, let's go look around some more.
That catwalk is way up there. As far as I know, catwalks are very rickety. I wonder why anyone would do a chase up there.
There must be some reason. Maybe there was something that was up there.
What could be so important that Overall would run up there?
Another question is, why would Coco go up there too?
As far as I know, she's never set foot on the catwalk since working here. Maybe something important to her is also up that catwalk for some reason.
It's possible. Let's go up to the catwalk and see if we can find anything.
Right, okay, let me point this out to you. Watch. Cakewalk. The infamous typo that
So,
made it
we're
into this
supposed to chase
episode.
stuff
Like,
here.
that has been memed to
My word.
death
This is quite the
for
height.
that mistake.
I'd be surprised if
Cakewalk.
anyone could survive a fall from this
I think
height.
cakewalk actually is
So,
a
you guys see
real
anything around
word.
here?
Nothing so far. Hey, I think I see something.
Where?
Yeah, of course, it's meant to be
Those
catwalk.
sparkles.
It must be from Overall's fabric.
This could mean that the fabric has been brought up here for some reason.
You think Overall and Coco could have brought it up here?
Maybe. Do you think there's a reason why any of them would do so?
The only thing I can think of is they subconsciously brought it up with them without knowing. Or maybe the fabric was already up here?
It's possible. It could be the reason why overall concept was going to the catwalk in the first place.
But it doesn't explain why Coco Palmel was chasing him.
Let's keep looking around then. I'm sure we'll find something.
And they do.
Whoa! What just happened?
I don't know. I guess the lights are loose.
Yep, there we are.
Wait a minute. Did you see that?
See what?
There's something glowing on the floor. Twilight, could you turn off the lights for a second?
Yeah, okay.
Where's the light switch? Yeah, hoof prints.
Huh? There are hoof prints, and they're glowing. It must be the fluorescent paint.
Mm-hmm.
So they've probably been left behind since the incident.
You think it could be Overalls or Coco's?
I'm not sure.
Maybe someone else's.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
Do you remember what Playwright said? Coco Palmel ran up the left side of the catwalk, following overall concept, and then the police escorted her back down.
Wait, but those hoof prints, they lead to the right side.
Athena, how long does it
Well,
take for fluorescent
technically,
to
it would. In stage
According to
terms, it
Judy,
would be
it takes
stage
about
left
an
and
hour.
stage right.
Does the paint
Is
contaminate
you,
your hands?
you,
if
flop,
it's still
you flip
wet?
it over. If you're watching from the
does,
audience
But
perspective,
the only way
it's
to
left
tell
and
is if
right.
you look at your hands in the dark.
Turn it the other way is
So, whoever's
when
footprints
when
these
the
belong to went
performer's
down the
looking
right side
out,
of the
it's
catwalk.
left
But no
stage
one
left
said
and
that
stage
anyone
right.
went down the right side.
What?
That's why I think that's why there's
That means
there's confusion.
somebody else could have killed him. Coco didn't do it.
I know all this because
We've
I'm a
got a
drama
huge lead on this
student and
now.
I've done shows, a lot of
Still,
shows before.
Now that we know these footprints belong
well,
to someone
but
else,
I
we
take
need to
part in
find
a
out
drama
who they belong
society. I
to.
mean,
Mr. Wright, I have a suggestion.
What is it?
If these prints belong to someone else, we should try and figure out where they lead to.
Hey, good idea. One problem. You can only see these prints when it's dark. I'll have to turn off the lights to follow them.
No need for that, boss. I have the thing that's going to make your hoofprint finding much easier. Here.
and yeah, this is
What's a flashlight? Thanks, Athena.
this is a Deus
I'll
Ex
definitely
Machina.
need
It's
this.
very convenient that Athena actually had that on there.
Okay.
One
let's
of
see
the
where
writers
it
said
ends first.
if they had written this, they probably would have had
ends
some
here.
way of explaining why she had that with her
It looks
before,
like whoever was here escaped.
because otherwise she would have just literally had it on her for no reason.
Escaped after killing Concept.
Very likely he or she did. Now, let's go backwards and find out where these hookprints begin. The prints lead here. I'm guessing this is the dressing room.
And of course, all of these, all
at all
this
those
information pops up
costumes.
because it's
I kinda wanna try
information
some
that
of them
will be
out.
used in the trial
Hate
section,
to tell
like
you
it's
this, Athena,
evidence.
but it looks like you'll be too big to get in any of those costumes.
What? Are you suggesting I'm fat?
No, Athena, you're just
No,
not a pony.
I'm saying that because these costumes are small, since they're worn by little ponies.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to try some of them out.
Oh well.
This is where Overall Concept usually works on his costumes.
Yeah,
I can
like
tell.
again,
There's a
again,
bunch
they're
of material
again they're
scattered
still
around
using
this
like
table.
be
Jeez.
the
we have no
present
sketches.
tense.
He
It
must
should
have
be
had a lot
past
of
because
ideas
he's
for
dead.
making costumes.
Oh, he was simply
Yes, and
genius.
now they're saying
He
was.
played a big role
played.
in the theater industry. The only thing he lacked was time. That is, until Coco Palmel became his partner. She wrote on her letters that when she began to work as a costume designer, the productivities of the costumes doubled.
Those two must have been quite a team.
Mr. Wright, on the table, there are cases of fluorescent paint and some glitter next to it.
So this is the paint used to make the fabric glow.
Oh, give it here! Let me put some on my cape and hat. I want to see if they glow in the dark.
No, Trucy, this is evidence. It's best to leave it untouched.
Yeah, you can't tamper with a crime
I
scene.
want to sparkle and glow.
Judging by its looks, this must be what the fabric used to look like before he added the glitter and paint.
I still wonder where he got this paint. It must have been awfully expensive, especially since he used so much of it.
Well, I guess we're done over here.
You think we've gathered enough evidence to prove Coco Palmel's innocence?
I'm certain we do. Plus, we also have some proof that there was a third party when this crime was taking place.
Oh, I knew Coco wouldn't have the heart to murder. Won't she be surprised?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now. We still have a trial to take care of first.
And I'm sure you'll do a fabulous job defending Coco Palmel. I guess we can all head back to my castle now. Let's head to the train station. I'll pay for the tickets again.
Okay, guys, let's go. It's such a long trip from Manhattan to Ponyville. I need to take a rest for a little bit.
I still had a fun time, though. I'd like to go back to the city someday. Maybe even go shopping.
How about I take you somewhere next time? I know some great stores that'll probably suit you.
Oh, I'd love to come with you.
I just love how well
So,
they're getting along
Twilight.
Yeah?
with each
You have
other.
other friends? I remember that there were a few more of you.
Yeah.
Well, we do. I wonder where they are. Phoenix!
And they just conveniently show up there.
Hey, let me go!
Here are the others, Phoenix.
Yep.
Didn't think I'd see you around here again.
Oh, Mr. Phoenix, it's so good to see you after so long.
Yeah, we finally
I had a feeling
we
Twilight
finally
would try
get
to
to
summon
see
Oh,
all the others.
Daddy, I had no idea you were friends with so many ponies.
Oh, great. Even more of them.
Yeah.
New
And-
humans, do you guys know Phoenix?
Hi, Pinky.
Why must little ponies like bouncing on me so much? Well, yeah. These two are defense attorneys, Apollo and Athena. And this one is Trucy, my daughter.
Nice to meet you all.
Adopted daughter.
Daddy, are you going to tell us who they are?
Yeah. Let me see if I can remember your names. Pinkie
Pinkie
Pie.
Pie.
Rainbow,
Rainbow Dash. Applejack. Fluttershy.
And...
Spike.
Spike.
Hey, Phoenix, we should tell you a welcome back party. You know, because you're back to Ponyville. And you also brought guests. I love it when guests bring guests to parties. And those guests bring guests. And those guests bring guests of those guests. And it's just amazing.
And
Mr.
she
White,
keeps
for the love of God,
talking.
Get her to shut up, please.
She's still going.
Pinky.
Pinky!
Pinkie!
Yes.
Don't you think it's a bit too early to
She's
party
always
right
looking
now?
for an excuse to party.
Early. It's never too early for a party.
But I have a trial tomorrow. I'll be too tired to defend if I party now.
I know how we can fix that. So your name is Pinkie Pie, right?
I love.
Yes.
I'll say it again. I love how
the trial tomorrow.
they all interact
Instead
with the
of throwing him
ponies.
a welcome back party, let's throw him
They
a
get- they get-
congratulations
they
on
get-
winning the trial party.
they get along so well. Like
Perfect. A
different.
congratulations on
They
winning
actually
the
have
trial
a
party.
lot of different
I like the way you
chemistries,
little girl next to
chemistry
you.
with different ponies.
I try.
Thanks, Trucy. Have
Like,
the most
I'm
interactive
again, I'm
pony
not trying to
on
give
demand for a
spoilers,
party.
but like you will
So
see more
we
of
get
this
to come
in
to this
later
party
parts.
too, right?
Yep. You get to come too. What are your names again?
Athena. And this is Apollo.
You have nice names, but it could sound more fun. I think I'll call you Thina and Polly.
Sure, you can call me Thina. I have a friend who calls me that.
It's only one. It's only one letter
have
short.
one little girl calling me after a parrot who wants crackers.
Hey, Nix!
Yeah, and
Yeah?
Nix was the nickname Rainbow Dash gave
I want to thank
him.
you again for saving me back then.
And
No
Rainbow
problem.
Dash has had quite a few voice
So
actors
you're the
as
pony
well.
that Mr. Wright had to defend?
That's right. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been able to attend the Wonderbolt Academy. Wonderbolt Academy? It's a flying academy. It's where Pegasi attend to become future Wonderbolts, the fastest flyers in all of Equestria. I've dreamt of being a Wonderbolt ever since I was just a filly.
And of course, in
you're
much
quite the
later,
dreamer.
much late,
So,
in,
Daddy,
I think
is there anything to
season,
eat here?
I think season 7,
still didn't
she
eat
would
since
finally
we
achieve
got
that
here.
dream of being
That's
a true
right.
Wonderbolt.
We were going to eat, but we got sent here.
I got you covered for that. Twilight told me that there's a special guest coming here, so I made some apple pies and apple cider for every pony. Fluttershy also made some salad.
Yeah, I made you some salad, if you don't mind.
Pies? I love pies. Don't mind if I do.
I'll take some pies too, and some salad as well.
I'll take a couple of bites as well. I am kind of hungry.
The cider's non-alcoholic, right?
Yeah,
Why would I need alcohol?
Yeah, they do
It
have
does
to
nothing
kind
but
of
make you
acknowledge
tipsy.
that because
Thanks
actually
for the
over
food.
here in the
I
UK,
really
like
appreciate
cider
it.
is alcoholic. In other
Don't
places,
mention it.
it's not.
Got
So
any
it
chance for
so
that?
it might be.
rubies in my salad.
So I can see why
Sorry, Spike.
episodes like the Super
Okay,
Cider
let's
Squeezy
eat up. We're
6000
going to need to get some energy for the trial.
might be a bit controversial because they say cider, and in some places it actually is an alcoholic beverage. Yeah, and there's
what's wrong?
it looked like it was going to end, but there was
I
something
just
extra.
remembered something. Oh, these ponies and that little dragon. I think I've seen them before when I was little.
Yeah, now this is
What?
something interesting.
How is that possible? Up until now, I've never seen you in my life before that.
Yeah, it's very interesting how she knows.
I didn't exactly see you in person. It's like I've seen a picture of you before.
Yeah,
A picture? Wait a minute. So, Trucy, don't you think that hat of yours is getting a little too small for you?
Well, it is a bit tight on me now for some reason. I guess my head got a little bigger.
Isn't it time to get a new hat?
I think she.
Yes, it is.
I think Phoenix
Let's
adopted
get
her
me a
when
new
she
hat,
was
Daddy.
quite young.
I don't know. These hats are kind of expensive.
Aww. Why do magicians' hats have to be so expensive?
Well, I'll just get a hat another time. Oh, wait. I think I already have a hat.
Yeah, because this
You do?
this is a
Let me see.
this
Let
is
me see.
this is quite an interesting detail.
I'll be right back.
When Phoenix left Equestria for the first time, Trixie actually
Here, I found
Trixie
one.
gave him
Oh,
a magician's hat
must really
because
like the
Phoenix
color
mentioned
blue,
that
Daddy.
he
What can I
at
say?
one time he
It's my
wanted to be a
favorite color.
magician,
I want to try it on. Huh?
and this was
Something fell out
also
of my
something that he
What's
had
this?
that he kept with him before he left
Hey,
Equestria
Daddy, it's a
for
picture
the
of
first
you.
time.
And it's with some really weird colored horses.
Yeah, because they all took a picture together.
I got this from Equestria. I remember these guys. These ponies.
So, Daddy, who are these horses? Are they magical like me?
Should I tell her about this? I doubt she'll believe that I went to another world to defend another pony.
Well,
Another pony.
It's a long story, Trucy. I feel a little too weird to talk about it. How about I tell you later?
oh, fine. I'll pin this in my new hat so I won't forget to ask.
Yeah. So it's implied that the hat Trixie gave Phoenix Wright actually ended up being Trucy's
That
hat.
picture. It wouldn't happen to be still in your hat, would it?
Let me check. Oh, here it is.
Yep, and that is the picture that was taken.
I remember this picture. This was after Rainbow Dash's trial.
Hey, yeah! I remember we all yelled at
Objection!
in this picture.
Hey, how come I never saw this picture before?
Well, it wasn't Trucy's hat, so we wouldn't know.
It's been there the whole
It's
time.
just as I thought. Everyone is here. Twilight Sparkle, Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, Applejack, Rarity, Pinkie Pie, Spike, and...
Yeah, Trixie.
Trixie?
The great and powerful Trixie. She was the prosecutor in Rainbow Dash's trial.
That she was.
She tried to get the guilty verdict on me as revenge on Twilight.
Revenge? For what?
Let's not talk about that.
So, speaking of Trixie, how is she doing now?
Yeah, well, she didn't really improve.
Did something happen between you guys?
She wasn't really...
About half a year after the trial, she came back to Ponyville to seek revenge.
That's a season 3 episode.
But I thought she got over it.
I guess something overcame her. She used this alicorn amulet to become a better magician than me. I had
You
to
really
take
call
it
yourself
off
a
of her
magician?
because it was corrupting her mind.
Yeah, and then it was
did
only
she
later in...
She kicked
I think...
Twilight out of Ponyville and took over the town.
only later in
We
season
had to trick her
7
into
that she
taking
would,
off
like,
the amulet.
become...
After realizing what she's done,
No, season 6,
she just
because
apologized
it was...
to me.
Apologize?
Season
Never
6, because that's
expected
when
her
she
to
met
do that.
Starlight.
Me neither. After that, she left Ponyville and I haven't seen her since.
It
So,
is trying very well to stick with the continuity,
Enough
because this
about
is
us.
set between
Let's talk about
season
you.
4 and
How
season
have you
5,
been for
like
the
I
last
said.
8 years since you've left Equestria? You know, just wondering.
Ooh, a story! I want to listen. I love stories. Come on, Daddy. Tell them all about the exciting adventures you had as a defense attorney.
Yeah, it's good they include like blinking animations, and they can include up to 3 characters
Let's start off with this.
all on screen at once. And yeah, that's it. And of course, it ends with a silhouette. And of course, if you've seen My Little Pony, you'll recognise that as Blue Blood. And so yeah, there you go. And yeah, so yeah, this is obviously these end credits are a bit simplistic because again, TheAlJavis was working on it by himself, but yeah, later on they would have a lot better, high quality end credits. I'm just gonna let these roll because like I obviously need to, in case there's any copyright issues, like this will show anything like that little disclaimer there. Yeah, fan-made sequel to Neo Artemis's original series Turnabout Storm, non-profit project, take no ownership. And yeah, so there you go, guys. The very first episode of Elements of Justice. So yeah, like I say, it's that was the video that was made all by one person, save the voice actors that were involved, and yes, and so after it was released, like I said, he was praised. He had a lot of people. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I've. Let me just check something. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, look, it's still here. Look, this is the one this is what I wrote. Look, look here. I said, "You've done it. Congratulations. We've all been behind you every step of the way. It doesn't matter how long it's taken you or how many delays you've had. What matters is that you never gave up. And now, thanks to your persistence, you've posted the very first part of Elements of Justice. Good job, man. We look forward to seeing the rest." And of course, he had a reply there. He said, "Thanks, dude. Glad to be working on this again." And yeah, there was another one here. Look, yeah, this is the like with all these videos. Like I would write up small little reviews of what I thought of the episodes. But yeah, like eventually it all became a bit too much, like writing them, and especially with nowadays with the episodes coming out a lot more consistently. So it was a bit hard to keep up with writing reviews and everything. But yeah, so yeah, that was one man's efforts to finish the first installment of a series that was his passion project, and then afterwards, like, he realized he needed the help. He asked people on community posts and everything if they would be interested in lending their talents, and the response was incredible. Like I said, he got a whole team of writers. They looked over some of the scripts that he had. They suggested improvements, which actually helped to make the end results a lot better. Like, some story changes were made that would help improve it and to make the project a lot better than what he was intending. And yeah, so don't really have anything much more to say. It looks like I'm about to run out of power, so yeah, I'm just gonna end this here so things don't cut out. So guys, thank you so much for joining me for this, and if you like the video, like I say, like, share, and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next installment of Elements of Justice. The next installment of Elements of Justice. So guys, take care and stay tuned.